Welcome to the event. We will begin shortly. First, consent to record. This event will be recorded and shared on our media outlets. Participation in the event indicates your agreement to be recorded. And I have it as 6:02, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if everyone could mute themselves, not take away your video, we like to see your video, but if you can mute yourselves, there shouldn't be any noise in my background. So in between me speaking as the host, I do not plan to mute, but please let me know if it's an issue. So welcome. I am Robin Box and I'm your national president.
Les, can you come here and help me?
Then we will have Jennifer Reeder provide us a Zoom orientation.
Which I did, but now I can't hear anything.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hit that?
Mm-hmm.
They want you to mute it?
Yeah.
Then you can't hear you now.
But I can't hear anything they're saying.
Eve, if you don't have any background noise, you could go ahead and leave it on.
Did you hear all that entire conversation?
We sure did.
That is funny. Okay, I promise to keep my mouth quiet and we'll leave it on.
That's okay. No babies crying or dogs barking.
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome. Good evening. Phi Upsilon Omicron National Honor Society and Family and Consumer Sciences members and guests, welcome. My name is Robin Box, the 2018-2020 National Phi U President, and it is my privilege and pleasure on behalf of Phi U's National Council to welcome you to our historical first ever virtual recognition event, shining a light on excellence, leadership, and service on this first day of October 2020. We are delighted to have you with us to participate and share in this celebration of awards, honors, scholarships, service, legacies, and leadership recognition. Gratitude is given to the Virtual Recognition Committee and our National Executive Director, Melissa Martin, for preparing and leading the agenda for this event. Members, thank you for joining us on this virtual platform. That you are committed to Phi U serves as a reminder to us all the importance of our work. Phi U members in 71 chapters across the United States are committed to actively raising the quality of life for every individual. Our membership and honor society in the integrated field of family and consumer sciences connects persons across multiple facets. Our members will become or are already practicing FACS educators, food scientists, nutritionists and dietitians, housing and interior designers, along with those in hospitality, food management, and the culinary arts, in the field of family studies and human development, personal and family finance, and those also meeting basic human needs in apparel design, textiles, and fashion. Our mission offers an environment empowering lifelong learning, leadership building, and ethical and scholastic excellence. We want all persons, regardless of race, creed, or circumstance, to achieve their full potential. Our task is to make it possible. Our theme for 2018-2020 is Our Light Shines Brighter Together in Service and Leadership. And tonight, we will be shining a light on our members. I want to say once more, inclusive on behalf of the Phi U National Recognition Event Committee, led by Jennifer Reeder, welcome. It is wonderful to experience this event with you. At this time, I introduce to you Ms. Jennifer Reeder, Phi Upsilon Omicron National President-elect from the Beta Rho Chapter, Idaho State University, Pocatello, Idaho. Ms. Reeder will provide us with an orientation to the Zoom features we will be using this evening. Jennifer?
first I'm going to unmute myself. Thank you, Robin, for that great introduction. I'm excited to introduce anyone to Zoom who may not have used it before, but also if you have, there may be some features that you might want to use throughout the event today. So we encourage you, as Robin said, to turn your cameras on if you would like to have them on, but please remember this is a public event. We do ask you to turn your microphones off if you would like to ensure that you're muted. And if you don't know where the controls for these are, you can find them at the bottom left corner of your screen. There will be a microphone and a video icon where you can turn that on or off. And if you need help with that, you can use the chat function, which is the next thing I want to bring your attention to. This is located at the bottom of your screen in the center. It looks like a little message icon. You can send messages to individual participants by clicking the little right arrow to choose an individual person, or you can send a message to everyone. And our executive director, Melissa Martin, is going to be managing our chats today during the event. But I encourage you all to practice using the chat function now by typing in your name, your email address, and the chapter. Or if you're here as a guest attending for someone else, let us know who you are and who you're here to support. Please do keep in mind that everyone can see the chat if you have it set for everyone. And so if you don't want something to be seen, just remember it's public. We encourage you to send words of encouragement and support to those we are recognizing tonight. Another function to note is reactions, and this may be called something different depending on which version you're using, but they're often in the bottom right of the controls. It looks like a little emoji. Here you can choose to give a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or another variety of other emoji options. So if you want to use that to show encouragement as well, you're welcome to do that. And lastly, I will turn your attention to the view function, which is at the top right corner of your page. And this allows you to change between speaker view and gallery view. Gallery view, you will see 9 little squares, and everybody will show up on your screen in those squares. But if you do speaker view, it brings the speaker into a large square and everybody else is small. And as a reminder for those of us who may have joined late, this event is being recorded. And that is all I have for Zoom orientation.
Thank you, Jennifer. Next, I am thrilled to introduce Dr. Sally Fortenberry, National Advisor Counselor. She is also the advisor of the Beta Zeta chapter, Texas Christian University, Fort Worth, Texas. Dr. Fortenberry will announce and introduce advisor awardees. Sally?
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Jennifer. I have the privilege and honor of presenting the Bachtel Holbrook National Collegiate Advisor Award winners for both 2019 and 2020. However, I would also like to recognize the women for whom the award is named. Frances Morton Holbrook was a charter member of MU chapter and served as National Treasurer of Phi Upsilon Omicron from 1926 till 1928. She received her bachelor's and master's degree from Buffalo State University in the areas of clothing and textiles. The Frances Morton Holbrook Alumni Award was established in 1982 to recognize an outstanding alumnus and awarded for the first time in 1983. Marion E. Bachtel was a 1927 Gamma Initiate at the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio, where she received her bachelor's degree with a specialization in clothing and textiles. The Bachtel Advisor Award was established to recognize an outstanding collegiate advisor and was first awarded in 1988. In 2012, the Bachtel and Holbrook Awards were combined to become the Bachtel Holbrook National Collegiate Advisor Award and has been awarded each year since that date to a collegiate advisor whose chapter has made significant achievement under their leadership. I'm quite excited to tell you about our 2019 Bachtel Holbrook Collegiate Advisor Award winner. She is Dr. Amy Rickards, Professor of Nutrition and Dietetics and the Collegiate Advisor for the Beta Sigma chapter of the University of Tennessee at Martin. Under her dedicated leadership, the chapter was successfully reactivated 5 years ago and has consistently been recognized for their outstanding service projects and members' active participation. Please join me in congratulating Amy, and we'd like to hear a few words from her.
Hopefully you can hear me, I'm unmuted. But anyway, I'm holding up the nice award that I got, which is pretty awesome. And I also got a beautiful pin, which I'll hold up as well. Now I can see myself, that's helpful, thank you. So there was the pin, I'll try the award again, now I can see it up there. So wonderful award. I am very, very humbled by this. I'm very honored by this. I know there's some wonderful, outstanding advisors out there, and students, nominate your advisor. You all have some wonderful advisors, get them nominated. I would like to thank my chapter and Mary Rachel Gein for nominating me. I have the best chapter of the wonderful students. So thank you very much. I'm very honored.
Thank you, Amy. So our 2020 Bachtel Holbrook Collegiate Advisor Award is Dr. Karen Goebel. She's a retired faculty member and chapter advisor for the new chapter at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Under her enthusiastic involvement and passionate leadership, the chapter members have actively participated in Conclave and the professional projects. Please join me in congratulating Karen. I'd like to hear from Karen.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Sally and the thoughtful members of Bachtel and Holbrook that established this honor. And special thanks and appreciation to new chapter at UW-Madison and to our alumni chapter, which have always continued to be supportive. It is a privilege to work with professionals and collegiates of your caliber and commitment. As a longtime advisor, I'm reminded that I didn't always welcome this opportunity to be advisor. When I was a new faculty, a non-tenured assistant professor, when they said you will be the advisor for Phi U. And I had been initiated into at Ball State at the end of my master's degree. I had been to one initiation, and that was my one meeting of I hardly knew how to spell Phi Upsilon Omicron, frankly. But here I was at UW-Madison, and I was now the advisor. And after a few years, I realized, or my tenure advisory committee realized, I could not do all this. I should not be the advisor. So I said I was stepping down, and there was no one else that wanted to do this. And so actually for a year, we did not initiate. We were kind of on hold. And I had no officers. Then when we did, actually the Madison area alum said, new chapter's been here since 1926, and don't you dare let it disappear. Okay, so I came back to life, and we got along pretty well, except that we had no officers because we had not initiated. So there's a hidden message in that, given this year of the COVID virus. And I know some of you are nervous about initiation and long distance meetings and so forth, but I cannot urge you enough to please go ahead with initiation. You need that core group to carry on. So in other words, don't go on hold. It's just not smart. In the long run, it doesn't pay off, and you have to work twice as hard to get back on your feet. So in any case, Sally, by the way, I'll miss your sessions at Conclave, which you do for advisors. So I hope you can continue to do that. I learn something every single time I go. You really are the best mentor in terms of helping advisors. So those training sessions, I truly want to thank you and the methods that you've instilled in all of us. So again, it's an honor to work with you talented, understanding, and supportive friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. And our 2020 Outstanding National Advisor, which we had the privilege to award this year, is Jean Swashlong. chapter advisor for the new chapter at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Her involvement with the Collegiate chapter after 30 years of secondary FCS teaching has led to national award-winning professional projects through active engagement with the community. Please join me in congratulating Jane, and I'd love to hear from her as well.
Okay, that's all I have for you. Hi, Sally, and the rest of you. I am very thankful to the new chapter. Tiffany Bricko is one, I think, that nominated us from UW-Madison. And I am a very proud advisor. Part of this being that they keep me young. They have wonderful ideas, and it just is very stimulating. The collegiate members have been a wonderful inspiration. We've done a lot with dining in. I prepare a chili dinner for the students each year, and then we celebrate National Family Consumer Science Day. And they've worked a lot with disabilities, and I've learned an awful lot. They've had some videos describing disabilities. We had a speaker from the Easter series.
Next, I'm pleased to introduce to you Ms. Jennifer Reeder and Mrs. Lindsay Barnhart. Lindsay is the Tall Chapter Advisor, University of Wisconsin-Stout, Menominee, Wisconsin. They will be announcing the Distinguished Service Award recipient. Jennifer, Lindsay?
Sorry, I'm trying to manage a few things at once. The Florence Fallgatter Award is based on Florence Fallgatter, who was initiated into the Alpha chapter at University of Minnesota in 1916. She received a bachelor's degree from the University of Minnesota, a master's from the Teachers College at Columbia University, and she was awarded an honorary doctorate from Iowa State. She served as head of the Department of Home Economics Education at Iowa State College from 1938 to 1958. Prior to that, she held teaching and supervisory positions in Iowa, Minnesota, and Montana. She was president of the Home Economics Association from 1950 to 1952, and she was the first female president of the American Vocational Association. The Florence Fallgatter Award is Phi U's Distinguished Award, and we are pleased to give this award to Dr. Carolyn Barnhart. I want to read some of the information from her nomination letters that we received as part of her nomination, and I'll make sure that my picture is not in the way. Carolyn is described as a role model to many people. She's given so much time and effort to Tall Chapter as their advisor, while she concurrently served in multiple leadership positions for Phi U. Carolyn is a leader of other of our professional organizations, such as the American Association of Family and Consumer Sciences, and leadership positions at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Dr. Barnhart seems to have a mission to find people in need and seek a solution. That solution usually includes students, and several of the individuals who wrote letters mentioned her passion for sharing with students. Dr. Barnhart has shared her love of service with all she meets. Her enthusiasm for Phi U is contagious. When I grow up, I want to be like Carolyn Barnhart. Carolyn has served in a variety of capacities in Phi U and AAFCS with integrity, wisdom, and personal attention to details and people. Not only does Carolyn teach in the FCS area, she embodies the true sense of family in interactions with her own family. This letter is being written on behalf of one of the most endearing people I have ever met and had the privilege to meet. She has worked tirelessly for the individual success of students. Carolyn has a servant's heart and has been an inspiration in our profession and has volunteered at so many levels. It would take pages and pages to list all she has done. Florence Fallgatter, a member of the Alpha chapter, served Phi Upsilon Omicron as the national secretary and treasurer in the 1920s and as a national president from 1934 to 1938. Others said Florence was one of the foremost leaders in the field of home economics. I believe others would say the same about Dr. Barnhart, as she is certainly following in Florence's footsteps as one of the foremost leaders in our field. Dr. Barnhart is a true champion for student involvement, and she has a way of both thinking and teaching outside of the box. She is a radiant example of strength, grace, and confident optimism, and I will always treasure the lessons she has taught me.
Carolyn, Susan Rickards congratulating you on being the recipient of the 2020 Florence Fallgatter Distinguished Service Award. You are a dynamic role model and mentor and excel at providing service to others. This includes your capacity to instill confidence in and empower others to succeed. Again, congratulations on a well-deserved award.
Hi, Dr. Barnhart. It's Kennedy Navis. I just wanted to congratulate you on your award. I can't think of anyone more deserving. We are praying for you and thinking about you, and I hope to see you sometime soon, even if it's virtually.
Hi, it's Cindy Jones. Carolyn, I just am thrilled to be part of this video tribute to you. Congratulations on behalf of all Phi Upsilon Omicron, all the hard work you've done.
Hi, Carolyn. It is Bob here in Holbrook, here in Madison. We're thinking of you. It's hardly summer, and here we are talking about fall. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's the Fallgatter Award. Florence Fallgatter Award for your activities and your achievements over time, and certainly nobody deserves it more than you. You've always come through. I remember you at initiation talking about the wolves and their families and packs and how they work together, a model that we could use for our Phi U group. I also remember when you didn't have enough money to buy the more formulas to go to pick those packets to go overseas, and so your students went out and canvassed the bars to get enough money. The bar recipients came through. You've always been resourceful. That's for sure. So best wishes, and we're all wishing we could help you, and we're thinking of you, and we're going to pray you through this one too.
Carolyn, this is Lynette Olsen. Congratulations on receiving the Florence Fallgatter Distinguished Service Alumni Award from Phi U this year. When I think of service, mentoring, commitment to others, I think of you. Phi U is truly a better organization for your leadership. Thank you.
Hi, Carolyn. It's Jennifer Reeder. I want to say first, congratulations. Second, thank you. I'm excited that your efforts and outstanding work in our field are being recognized with this award, because I feel like you truly do personify Phi U's purpose of having a commitment to advancing our profession. And I want to say thank you for being such an inspiration to me. You've given me opportunities, and I've learned lessons from you that have helped me grow and develop as a leader and as a person. And so again, I feel like you personify Phi U's mission statement, the part about empowering leadership building. That's definitely you. I will always remember the opportunity I got at Conclave in Savannah in 2010 when we had our welcome event, and I was going to do just the welcome thought of the day. And Becky Taylor said, "Oh, I think Carolyn wants you also to introduce the speakers or the people at the head table." So I went to ask you, and like, okay, how do I say their names? Then do I just sit down afterwards? And you said, "Oh, no, you're going to be the MC for the night." And I think you could see the terror in my face, and you were very calm and supportive, and you can do this. And that event, that one night, means so much to me because it gave me confidence in myself, and it was so amazing that you were so supportive and had confidence in me, and that I was able to do that. So I will always remember that. I will also always remember the proclamation that you put together for Susan Rickards. First of all, making an effort to recognize somebody's outstanding efforts is amazing to me, but having it also in the form of a proclamation was very meaningful. And then I was able to read it at a business meeting, and you know, all of those things together just left a really lasting impression with me. So I really like that you are supportive of students, you are supportive of just new leaders and growing that leadership development. You're always so positive and calm, and so I'm really glad to say that I have you as a mentor and an amazing example of leadership and what a good leader should do. And I hope to develop those same types of leadership qualities in myself. But thank you again, and congratulations. You are very well deserving, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hi, Dr. B. This is Caitlin Irely from Phi U. I just wanted to congratulate you on your award and let you know that you deserve it so much. And I've been so grateful to have you as a mentor through Phi U, and we appreciate everything that you've done for our organization. So congratulations again.
Hi, Carolyn. This is Sally Fortenberry from Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas, sending you a very big, heartfelt congratulations on your award, the Florence Fallgatter Distinguished Service Recognition for Phi Upsilon Omicron for 2020. I certainly wish we were having Conclave this year so we could recognize you in person, but just know that we are all thinking about you. And we do appreciate all that you have given and done for Phi U, and of course, most importantly, all that you've done and given for the TAW chapter. We think about you consistently and look forward to the time when we'll be able to get together and give you your recognition and your award in person. Thinking about you from Texas and sending warm-hearted greetings to you and your family.
Hi, Dr. B. It's Caroline Alback. Just wanted to say on behalf of the whole TAO chapter how proud we are of you and how lucky we are to have you as our advisor and as our mentor. We can think of no one else more deserving of this award, so congratulations.
Hi, Carolyn. Melissa Martin here. I just wanted to congratulate you on receiving the 2020 Florence Fallgatter Distinguished Award for Alumni, and to tell you how much you mean to me personally and also to Phi Upsilon Omicron National Honor Society. I remember when I came on board as executive director, and you and your chapter were one of the first to congratulate me and to present me with a purple address book. And that small gesture has just really resonated with me, and I felt so welcomed. So you are so special and so treasured and such a leader and a visionary for our field. And we really appreciate you and we love you. And we're so happy that you have received this prestigious award. Very well deserved. Congratulations, Carolyn.
And now we'll turn the time over to Lindsay to say a few words.
Hi, everybody. I actually put some thoughts together myself, but I was also able to talk to Carolyn a little bit last night about the award, so I have a few words from her as well. She said that she's very honored and appreciative to be receiving the award, and she also realizes that the award is not an individual award, but one that is earned through the contributions of all members. Carolyn said it is a pleasure to share and enjoy the award in recognition with all of you, and she looks forward to future opportunities to work with you. Carolyn has been and continues to be an extraordinary leader and mentor in all that she does, and I'm lucky to also be able to call her my mother-in-law. This summer, I had the opportunity to help put together a slideshow for her for AAFCS, and I'm sure some of you were able to see that slideshow. I always have known that Carolyn has been highly involved in many organizations, being a leader, an encourager, and as a supporter in all. But I truly was in awe in all that she has done as we sorted through pictures and I added her achievements to the slides. There were 37 slides and there could have been more. So all of her involvement in family and consumer sciences is just amazing to me. As we walked down memory lane together, my understanding of her outstanding achievements was expanded, and it really also just showed how inclusive she is in all that she does, which was evident even when she talked last night about how this award is for everybody and that she's happy to share it with everybody. So she just wants to include everybody in all that she does. And she makes sure that at all times and whenever possible, everyone is included, challenged, as you said, Jennifer, and supported. Not only has Carolyn been a strong servant leader, she has helped us all become stronger leaders ourselves. And I'm continually grateful for all she has done in family consumer sciences, Phi U, and all of our personal journeys. She has and will continue to be a positive influence in our lives. So I congratulate Carolyn, my mother-in-law, and thank her for the excellent work that she has done.
Back to you, Robin.
I needed to unmute and put my cursor on the other screen. Thank you, Lindsay and Jennifer. Dr. Barnhart is an esteemed member of our Honor Society, and we are fortunate to have her leadership and mentorship. Since Phi U's inception 111 years ago, over 100,000 members have been initiated. Our next recognition includes honoring our 50-plus year members. I am excited to introduce to you Ms. Katie Udy, National Alumni Counselor. A member of the E chapter, Katie joins us from Berkeley, California to honor these members. Katie?
Thanks, Robin. It is my honor to honor these members. Several of them are well beyond their 50-year anniversary, so it's about time we recognize them. First off, we have Olivine, Ricci, Kendall. Next slide, please, Jennifer. Thank you. So Olivine was initiated to the Zeta chapter in 1947, so that's over 70 years as a Phi U member. And after graduation, she married an American Baptist minister, and his career led her on all sorts of mission trips around the world, as well as the United States. She enjoyed learning about different cultures and eating different food and getting to share stories. Today, she lives at home with visits from her 4 children, 5 grandchildren, and 11 great-grandchildren, I'm supposed to say. So she has lived a full life, and I hope you enjoy these pictures I found from the 1947 Gem of the Mountains, the University of Idaho student yearbook. Congratulations, Olivine. And I don't know that I saw her. Are you on with us today? Okay, if she joins us later on, we'll have a word from Olivine. Okay, next is Miss Lunell McNeese Rayner. She was a clinical dietitian for over 60 years. She's a recipient of the Veterans Affairs May I Help You Award for her excellent care of patients, the Heart Association Jesse Stewart Memorial Award, and she spent part of her career in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, working at the King Faisal Hospital and Research Center, doing just about everything you could think of that a clinical dietitian would do. She served the royal family and on teams for the first kidney and bone marrow transplants in the kingdom. She, the hospital, while she was there in Saudi Arabia, achieved American Joint Commission accreditation status. So she had a significant role in that. And I'd like to say congratulations and invite her to speak. There are a few more slides of pictures that she sent us as well, so we can go through those slowly. Luna, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes. Yeah, she's here.
Hi, oh there, hi.
I am very pleased to accept this recognition and very humble, really. I've been proud to be a member all my working years. And this year I reached my 87th birthday, and I'm glad I can remember 50 of those. And they say there's no friend like an old friend. So hello to all of the members, and thank you very much for this recognition.
You are so welcome. Very, very deserving. Thank you for being here. Okay. Next on our list. Oh, let's go back to those pictures really quick. Let's go to the second one. So these are from Phi U days. The initiation invitation is even there. And you can see Lunel doing some displays. And then in the next photo, she shared one from her 80th birthday. And you can see her there as a clinical dietitian and in the United States as well as Saudi Arabia. Okay. Next we have Evelyn Bates Saklosa. She was initiated to Moon Chapter in 1967, and she shared a video for us ahead of time.
Hi, I'm Eve Bates Saklosa, and excellence, leadership, and service have been a part of my being from the day I was initiated into Phi Upsilon Omicron in the fall of 1967. I was initiated into Mu Chapter, Buffalo State College, Buffalo, New York. I continued with excellence, leadership, and service with my 33 years of teaching and 20 years into retirement. I had a wonderful career and I'm still enjoying my retirement. I have to say that Phi Upsilon is one fabulous professional organization. And at the time I was inducted, it was called Home Economics, and I was a home economics teacher, and it has been the best career that I could have ever chosen. I encourage everyone who is a part of Phi Upsilon to continue with all the positive excellence, leadership, and service that you can do as a Phi Upsilon Omicron person. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Eve is also with us today. I just want to cover a couple of highlights that she has been in the Canton School's Wall of Fame since 2000. She was Teacher of the Year in 1992, and she's also earned an award for Most Outstanding Creativity and Leadership in Home Ec Education. Next slide, Jennifer.
Hi. To close.
Thank you. And here's another lovely photo and her quote where she's talking about how being a home economist was an educator has been the best career that she could have chosen. She loved every minute, and she's especially proud of this year, the new Bates Family Legacy Scholarship, recognizing her lifetime of membership in Phi U, and in honor of her aunt, Dorcas Bates Riley, another home economist, and famously known as the creator of the green bean casserole. So congratulations, Eve. If you'd like to add anything else, please take the floor.
I just want to thank you for the award that was sent to me from Phi Upsilon Omicron Foundation. This is a special honor, and it's great to be participating in this virtual conclave. Other than that, it's time to move on for others because there's many more to speak.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next we are honoring Irene Ott, initiated into Alpha Chapter in 1968. She has a fellowship, an international fellowship named after her. She's received the Distinguished Award from the National Association of Extension Home Economists. She was an outstanding Minnesota AAFCS professional for her program Cooking with Sunshine, where she taught people how to cook using solar panels in underdeveloped countries. So that is a really special achievement. And she has been in the Alpha Alumni chapter, serving several roles, including chapter president in 2013. She said being initiated into Alpha chapter was a thrill, and that church, 4-H home economics, and Phi U are the major foundations of her life. So that's wonderful that we made the list. And is Irene with us on the phone today? Don't think I saw her. Okay, let's go to the next slide, please, Jennifer. All right, next is Madeline Sui Rose, initiated into Beta Alpha in 1968. That's in Hawaii. She earned her PhD from Texas Women's University in 1985. She retired from the U.S. Army as Lieutenant Colonel in 1989. She was the Director of Dietetics at South Dakota State and the Director of the Eastern South Dakota Science and Engineering Fair, past President of the Phi Alumni chapter, as well as past Treasurer. I know Madeline was a maybe. She's still in Hawaii. Madeline, are you there with us? All right, she's enjoying her life in Hawaii.
I'm here.
Oh,
I can't leave my room.
Hey.
I can't leave my room. I'm in a 14-day quarantine, so I figured, well, I'll see, and it's been really good. Thank you.
Great. You're so welcome. Glad you could make it. Sorry to hear about the quarantine. You'll get through it. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and last but most certainly not least is Miss Susan Skaggs Rickards, initiated into Lambda chapter in 1970. She was our fearless leader for many, many years as Phi Upsilon Omicron Executive Director. She's a former chair of the Educational Foundation, current chapter president of Lambda Alumni chapter, and she has her own scholarship fund. So she continues to support us and our mission, and she has a video for us as well.
In 1970, it was my honor to have been invited to become a member of Phi Upsilon Omicron. Then it was my pleasure and privilege to have served Phi Upsilon Omicron for most of my career, 38 years. The many students who crossed my path and the numerous dedicated volunteers who have and do believe in the mission of Phi Upsilon Omicron, I say thank you for making the Honor Society stronger and my career interesting each and every day. The challenges were fun and the opportunities for growth numerous. From no computers originally to a 50-year member recognition on Zoom. There were many highlights during my career, but two stand out for me personally. One was the establishment of the Susan M. Rickards Scholarship Fund through the Phi Upsilon Omicron Educational Foundation, and the other was the 50-year member recognition of my mother, Ruth Marie Skaggs, at Conclave 1988 in Columbus, Ohio. I continue to support the mission and purposes of Phi Upsilon Omicron and my successor, Melissa Martin, an outstanding professional. Congratulations to Phi Upsilon Omicron for continued success, and thank you for this 50-year member recognition.
Thank you, Susan. Would you like to add anything?
I would just say thank you again for the recognition, and I'm very humbled to be among the other 50-year members who are being recognized this evening. They have done marvelous things within our profession. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Thank you, Susan, and congrats. And with that, I will say congratulations to all of the 50-year members who were recognized today. If you or someone you know has had or will be having a 50-year anniversary coming up, please let me know. You can send their name to me directly, or you can send it through the national office, and Melissa will make sure I get it. And I also wanted to just say that while honoring 50 members is probably my favorite part of being the alumni counselor, I'm also available to emerging professionals for career advice so that you can be here one day being recognized as a 50-year member. Thank you. And with that, turn it back to Robin.
Thank you, Katie. And congratulations, 50+ year members, on your esteemed years of membership. And thank you for your service to Phi U. At this time, I am delighted to introduce to you Dr. Susan Miller, Educational Foundation Director from the Gamma Gamma Chapter, University of Central Oklahoma, and Mrs. Cindy Jones, Educational Foundation Chair from Alvaton, Kentucky, and a member of the Beta Delta Chapter, along with Ms. Jennifer Reeder, President-elect. They will be sharing information of the 2020-21 recipients of scholarships, fellowships, and awards, our 2019 and 2020 professional project chapter winners, and grant recipients. Susan, Jennifer, Cindy.
Well, good evening, and it's so nice to see everyone, and I'm quite honored to be among such privileged people that I associate with. It is truly an honor and pleasure for me to recognize the students who received the Phi Upsilon Omicron Educational Foundation scholarships, fellowships, and awards for both 2019, 2020, and 2020, 2021. In 2019-2020 year, 42 undergraduate and graduate students received some $91,475 in those award monies. And this year, 2020 and 2021, 44 undergraduate and graduate students received more than $95,000 in scholarships. This year, I had the honor of being on the selection committee and want to say how impressed I am with all of our awardees, as they are definitely outstanding individuals and students, and I encourage you to keep up the good work. Videos of both years of the awardees can be seen on our Fi U YouTube channel, and so we encourage you to go and view each of those. When I got to review that for this past year, it was so nice to put a face with a name, having been on that selection committee. Applications for next year will go live on November 1, 2020, and should be postmarked by February 1, 2021. So highly encourage people to take part and apply for a scholarship. And on behalf of the Phi Upsilon Omicron Educational Foundation, I would like to extend our most sincere appreciation to the many donors who make these scholarships possible, scholarships, fellowships, and awards possible for these student members. And also a video featuring our donors can be seen on the YouTube channel. So congratulations to all of you. I encourage you to continue the good work, as I've already mentioned.
Thank you, Susan. I'm going to talk about our professional projects now. I'm making sure that everything's ready. So I had the privilege of reviewing the professional projects that were submitted for 2018 to 2019 and 2019 to 2020. And following Susan's sentiment, I agree that it was a delight to review all of these projects. It's amazing to see how different chapters take the theme that we have and apply them to different projects. And the professional projects are intended to highlight the skills and abilities and family and consumer sciences of each chapter member. So this is the graphic that was presented for 2018 to 2019. And you can see the Beta Rho chapter, Beta Upsilon chapter, Phi, and Nu were the 4 chapters that received the national awards. And then the region awards were given to Gamma Lambda, Beta Tau, Gamma Gamma, and Epsilon. And if we look at the results for 2019 to 2020, Beta Upsilon got the first place national award, Alpha Alpha was second place, U chapter was third place, and Epsilon got 4th national. And the region awards were represented by Tau chapter taking the Region 1 award, Beta Delta Region 2, Beta Zeta Region 3, and Beta Rho for chapter Region 4. And many of these chapters for both years have created videos that are available on our YouTube website, YouTube channel. So I encourage you to take a look. And if you are from a chapter that was participating and won an award and have not created a video yet, but you still would like to, we would love to have additional content to add to our YouTube channel. So contact the national office to find out more details about that. And welcome to any participants who are here that are professional project winners over the last 2 years. Congratulations to you. I also have the pleasure of representing the recipients for the Community Impact Grant. This is something new that has been awarded through Phi U of the past 2 years. And the application is on the Phi U website under the awards for alumni awards. The Community Impact Grant is intended to support Phi Upsilon Omicron alumni members who demonstrate leadership through service by implementing projects which positively impact their communities. It's awarded each year, and the application information is there of what to submit for the grant. And we recognized Carol Sales for her project, the Artseum, and that was for 2019. For 2020, Shar Byington was recognized for her project, the Nutrition Fair. And both Carol Sales and Shar Byington provided videos that are on our YouTube website. And I wanted to see, I think both of Shar and Carol may be here. I know Shar, I saw her. You want to wave. I'm trying to find your video among everybody's. Or say hello. We recognize you. Congratulations to both of you for receiving this award. There's a thumbs up. Okay. And now I will turn the time over to Cindy.
Hi, I'm Cindy Jones, the current foundation chair, and I had the privilege of serving on the committee that read the outstanding work that's being done by the applicants for the Phi U Alumni Research Grant. The purpose of this Phi U Alumni Research Grant is to support research in family and consumer sciences and to provide financial resources for implementation of ideas with purposes of the Phi Upsilon Omicron Educational Foundation. The concept of the grant is to support postgraduate research work, not necessarily just leading to an advanced degree, but to service. So this year's recipient, it's actually from 19 to 21 because we do this every other year, is Dr. Virginia Vincenti. And I believe I saw her chatting, so I think she's on. So congratulations, Virginia. She sent in an excellent application and received the $2,500 to support her work with elder family financial exploitation, something that is so prevalent in our society today and something that we as Phi U can help impact. So congratulations, Virginia, and if you would like to say a word. Her video is also available on the Phi Upsilon Omicron YouTube channel. So if you all haven't gone there to look at them, it's been really fun. It's so impressive to be among such distinguished professionals and to see the mentoring that's happening with our young students. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to say thanks to you. That the Alumni Research Grant, even though it seems like it's not a huge grant, it's been very helpful to us. And we've been able to move and keep our research moving forward because of this one, and then we combined it with some other grants. But it really has been valuable, and we appreciate what Phi U has done to support research in the field. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Robin?
Thank you, Susan, Jennifer, and Cindy. Congratulations to the scholarship, fellowship, and award winners as you pursue academic excellence, leadership, and commit to lifelong learning to advocate and advance family and consumer sciences. Congratulations, professional project winners, as you have demonstrated capacity building within your chapter, your school, and your community. We are honored to have with us today a member of the Bates family. Mrs. Cindy Jones will provide us with this exciting purpose for Evelyn's visit, besides being honored for 50 years, and the importance to our honor society and her family's legacy. Cindy?
Yes, I'm thrilled to be able to introduce to you tonight the origins and the history of the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship. So first we'll watch the video and then we'll hear from Evelyn. Jennifer? It is my privilege to introduce the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship. This remarkable American family has a rich heritage. The Bates family history is as old as the USA. In 1630, their Pilgrim ancestors came to Massachusetts, and so began their contributions to our society with soldiers in the American Revolution, the War of 1812, Civil War, World War I, and World War II. One ancestor, Joshua Bates, donated money to the Boston Library and started the first lending library. In 1952, 7-year-old Evelyn Bates was given a unique opportunity to be featured in an internal promotional news release for the Campbell Soup Company. As a Campbell Soup kid, Eve recalls her time in the Campbell Soup kitchen. The promo introduced the unique concept for American children to take hot Campbell's soup in the thermos of a metal lunchbox to school. I was allowed to make the soup and to pour the soup into the thermos. As the oldest niece of home economist Dorcas Bates Riley, even often went with her aunt to work at the Campbell Soup Company. I would watch her work in the test kitchens, prepare new recipes, and set up displays for ads or promotional materials. In fact, her aunt, Dorcas Bates Riley, went on to create the company's famous green bean casserole and is recognized for this accomplishment in the Inventors Hall of Fame. Dorcas, or Aunt Dottie, as she was referred to by Eve, was a cherished and iconic culinary folk heroine. After her passing in October 2018, many tributes were made to her honor by the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Boston Globe, the Los Angeles Times, NPR, Live with Kelly and Ryan, The Today Show, and CBS Sunday Morning, just to name a few. Largely influenced by her Aunt Dottie, Eve also became a home economist. She received her BS in home economics education in 1968, MS in education in 1971, and her certificate of advanced studies in administration supervision in 1994, all at Buffalo State University College, where she was initiated into Phi Upsilon Omicron National Honor Society in 1967.
In 1992, she received the New York State Home Economics Teachers Association Western Zone Home Economics Teacher of the Year Award, among many other achievements throughout her career as an educator. In 2019, following the loss of her beloved aunt, Eve stated, "I knew that the memory of Dorcas Bates Riley and the multitude of American culinary contributions that she made must never be forgotten." Like so many home economists, Dorcas Bates Riley worked humbly without much personal recognition. She was part of recipe development at Campbell's Cooking Company, and she was a founding member of the Microwave Institute that promoted the new method of cooking. She tested recipes for the cookbook and cookware to advance the food preparation in the microwave. This green bean casserole recipe appears on a label that is familiar to many of us. Aunt Dottie was small in stature, but grand in achievements and work ethic. Eve shared one of her favorite pictures, their hands as they prepared the green bean casserole. So it is truly fitting that a daughter of these American heroes would be called the grandmother of comfort food. For this, we honor her memory. On behalf of Evelyn Bates Saklosa, the Phi Upsilon Omicron Foundation is pleased to announce the recent establishment of the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship in memory of Dorcas Bates Riley, home economist and business, creator of the green bean casserole, and in honor of Evelyn Bates Saklosa, home economist and education, and Phi U lifetime member at MU Chapter in Buffalo, New York. Ms. Saklosa's generous contributions were matched by the Campbell Soup Company to fully endow this scholarship. We are pleased to announce the first recipient of the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship on the 65th anniversary of the green bean casserole recipe. It will be awarded to Alicia Fanning of the Zeta chapter. Alicia is seeking a degree in personal and family finance from the University of Idaho. Thank you, Eve Saklosa, for your contribution to Phi Upsilon Omicron and the many students who will receive this scholarship in the future.
Well, so you all can see how much fun I've got to have over the summer, and I know Melissa Martin shares that sentiment as Eve approached us about starting a scholarship on behalf of her lovely aunt. And then Melissa contacted the Campbell Soup Company, and they matched her generous donation, and so we have a fully endowed scholarship. So what a neat time. It's Eve's 50th, it's the green bean casserole's anniversary, all in one. So Eve, if you would like to say a few words.
I would love to. Well, first, I would like to thank you, Cindy, so much for that beautiful, beautiful video that you put together. You've captured the essence of the reason why I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And now, forever and ever, Phi Upsilon will be attached to the green bean casserole. So everyone could say, hey, we've got a part of that. But besides that, I would like to personally thank Alicia for being the first recipient. I don't know if she's a part of the group that is here watching, but publicly I would like to congratulate her for winning or being the recipient of the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship. She's receiving this honor on the 65th anniversary, and we know that as the Americans that we are going to be celebrating the green bean casserole every year for 100 years, and Phi U will be attached to it as well. I commend Alicia for what she said at the bottom of her picture, which stated that she was wholeheartedly passionate for people and will pursue any avenue that will benefit those who are overlooked. And in doing this, she will be making a mark on society with her professional contributions. And that was one of the requirements that I put into the scholarship, that if you're going to do something, you got to make a mark. And so I'm glad that she got that message, and any recipient from now on that will be doing it, hopefully they will be doing the same thing, making a mark on society, a good mark on society, as well as being a participant of Phi Upsilon Omicron. I also would like to publicly thank Phi Upsilon Omicron Foundation, especially Melissa. You have been just wonderful right from the beginning, and Cindy for what you did in putting together the video. Because this was a dream that I had. I wanted my aunt to be recognized, because we just touched in the video, just a few things were touched, and her contributions were millions and millions of recipes and cookbooks and ads, and every package that you pick up has something that's left over from her. So I wanted people to understand that she made a lot of contributions, and this is going to be remembered with the Bates Family Legacy Scholarship. Dorcas Bates Riley, my aunt, will be forever known now because of the green bean casserole and the Phi Upsilon Omicron scholarship. My aunt, like so many home economists, as we were called years ago, probably half of us were called home economists, and the rest family and consumer scientists. My aunt was a humble woman, and she worked tirelessly in her profession, and she did it all without personal recognition. It was all part of the job. And the Bates family legacy now carries with it a great responsibility, and that responsibility will be shown in the excellence in collegiate work that the person will have done to be a recipient. It will demonstrate their talents, and that will be done through their leadership qualities. And there's an obligation with this to give back to society, and that will be through their service that they will be showing. So it's a multifaceted scholarship. And to the entire conclave that's here, those that are viewing, and hopefully those that are not viewing but will hear these words, I would like to remind each and every one of us, including myself, that as a member of Phi Upsilon Omicron, we must keep the old way, the Betty lamp. Do you remember that? The Betty lamp, the symbol of learning, which now, and we are going to keep the candle light burning. And that's so important that we continue that, keep that candle light on fire. And as fraternity members, we can do this through networking, and this has been beautiful with the Zooming and the messagings that are being sent back and forth, and I've been getting texts back and forth. That's wonderful, the networking. Giving back to our organization through pledges and to the foundation, and in particular modeling and mentoring to others. The very, very high standards that we set for ourselves that were originally set by our founders 111 years ago. They set those foundations down, and we're still doing that. And that is for lifelong learning as Phi Upsilon Omicron members, and to exceed in excellence, leadership, and service. So I thank you very much again for the time and the scholarship.
Thank you, Eve. So as we look toward the future of Phi Upsilon Omicron, we each have an individual responsibility to continue the legacy, like Eve just stated. In keeping the Phi U light shining bright, you can help. So to support our active, collegiate-focused honor society, nurturing leaders to continue the legacy of family and consumer sciences, we encourage each member, collegiate and alumni, the collegiate active chapters and alumni chapters, to give to the 20 in 2020 campaign to support Phi Upsilon Omicron. At this time, I would like to remind all of the alumni the opportunity to continue supporting the organization through the annual alumni fee. The mere $25 per year is critical to our operating budget, and you can just go on the website and actually click on the Give button, and behind that button you can see on the screen there's a password that you need to put in, Give, capital GIVE 2020. So that form comes up. It's one of those real simple to populate forms and put in your financial information and push send and give 20, and we really can have an impact this year. So I would challenge you to do that with your chapters, to do that individually, and to continue this legacy of service with Phi U. And now, Dr. Susan Miller will take just a couple minutes to talk about how we are virtually doing our most fun activity. I mean, ever since Karen Goebel was in charge of this activity, or even I think, Karen, going back to you and Carolyn Barnhart, we've had a ball doing the silent auction. So besides missing Norma and all her peers in Columbus, I really am, you know, a little forlorn about not getting to have the fun of the silent auction. So Susan came up with the flyer, and we just want to call that to everyone's attention at this time. So Susan, unmute yourself, Miss Susan.
There
you go.
Thank you. And you kind of stole some of my thunder. I was going to say, I'm not sure I'm going to be Karen Goebel right now and do as good as she did. But yes, and you know, we thank you, Eve, and your family always. All donors are so appreciated, and I know I've already mentioned that. And so this year was kind of an odd, different year. I was getting excited before all this took place about being able to be in charge of the silent auction in Columbus, Ohio, and then that changed things. So we decided to do this virtual edition of our silent auction, and so we'd like for you to take into consideration what possibly you would have spent at the silent auction had we been there with our presence, and just make that contribution to our Phi Upsilon Omicron Educational Foundation. And you can see on the flyer, you will just send it. You can conveniently contribute it through the website and enter the password give20, and just put on there to designate the donation to the Phi Upsilon Educational Foundation, because that is where we generate our money to give some of the scholarships that we have already awarded. We know generous people like Eve and her family contribute, but also that is where we get monies to give. So we kind of set a goal of $5,000 by October 15th. So we hope that you will generously give to the Phi Upsilon Omicron virtual edition of a silent auction. Thank you so much.
It is time to recognize the 2018-2020 Phi Upsilon Omicron National Council Leadership Team. First, Melissa Martin, our National Executive Director. Thank you. And I said I wasn't going to cry. Oh my gosh. Thank you for keeping the lines of communication open. Not only among National Council, but also among all Phi U members across the nation. I celebrate your enthusiasm. I'm not sounding enthusiastic. The accomplishments of Phi U are made possible through your drive to succeed. As you may all be aware, Melissa is our only full-time employee, always holding down the fort with diligence, grace, compassion, and unwavering commitment in our national office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Second, Jennifer Reeder, President-elect. I did not have tears built into my time frame, so we might get off schedule. President-elect, I am grateful for your support and contribution to National Council. firsthand, I have witnessed your competencies and professionalism, and they are amazing.
Yes.
Next, I thank Ms. Katie Udi, National Alumni Counselor 2018 to 2022. Thank you, Katie, for your respectable years of and continued service to Phi U. I know we can always count on you. Next, I am delighted to recognize Ann Pollin's service as Region 1 Counselor for these past 2 years. As Ann moves into a different position, we are most grateful for all of her contributions. Next, I am so pleased to recognize and thank Helene Frederick, Region 2 Counselor since 2016. Helene, as you conclude your 4-year term, we are grateful for your service. Next, I recognize Diana Watson-Mayle, Region 3 Counselor since 2016, and most recently also serving as Region Counselor Chair. Diana, as you conclude your 4 years as a Region Counselor and step into another position, Phi U is very fortunate to have your continued and committed service. Next, I am very happy to recognize Sandy Osborne, Region 4 Counselor. Thank you immensely, Sandy, for your continued service for your 2018 to 2022 term as Region 4 Counselor. Next, our Finance Committee Chair, serving the 2018 to 2022 term, is Bruce Cameron. I thank you wholeheartedly, Bruce, for your dedicated years of service and in this very important position. Next, I am thrilled to recognize Sally Fortenberry's gracious years of commitment and service as a National Advisor Counselor since 2012. As you move on to another position, we are most appreciative of all of your contributions. Next, I would like to recognize the 4 Region Collegiate reps, thanking them for their service while they have successfully juggled classes, jobs, and Phi U commitments. Kennedy Navis has served for 2 terms since 2016 and has served as a National Collegiate Chair. Kennedy is a member of the Tall Chapter at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Max Goldstein has served as Region 2 Collegiate Rep. Max is a member of the Beta Delta Chapter at Western Kentucky University. Jessica Askins has served as Region 3 Collegiate Rep. Jessica is a member of the Gamma Gamma Chapter at University of Central Oklahoma. And Destiny Jornaby has served as Region 4 Collegiate Rep. Destiny is a member of the Phi Chapter at South Dakota State University. Thank you, National Collegiate Chapter representatives, for your years of service to Phi U, not only to your local chapters, but to National Council as region reps. And lastly, but not least, I am very pleased to recognize Cindy Jones. Cindy has served as Educational Foundation Director from 2016 to 2020. Most recently as Chair, Cindy also served on National Council. Cindy, your enthusiasm, your giggles are keeping me smiling now, and dedication to Phi U has been extraordinary and so much appreciated. Cindy?
Are you turning it over to me?
Yes.
To say what? I'm lost.
Your screen is up.
Oh, my screen is up. Oh, for me to recognize. Okay. All right. I got you. I'm just excited about what you said. So I am recognizing the members of the Education Foundation, and we'll start with Dr. Kathleen Lodal, who has been a director from 2016 and 2020 to 20. She and I will be the 2 directors that are rotating off. And next we have Miss Dr. Susan Miller, and you heard from Susan tonight, and Susan stepped in and took over the Scholarship Selection Committee, and she will be ongoing. So Dr. Miller. I'm also pleased to announce Dr. Lynette Olsen, and you can see that she has been the chair-elect from 18 to 20, and she will be serving as the director going forward of the foundation. So Lynette, thank you for your service. And then there's me again. Okay. Thank you, Robin.
Okay. Earlier today when I was practicing, I texted or emailed Melissa and Jennifer and said, okay, I don't know if I can do this. I'm crying right now. And then I thought it was fine until I started to thank everybody. But just remember the giggles and I will be able to get through this. Maybe. Make a drink. Tonight, I meet with you virtually to say farewell. In this leadership position. 2 years ago, I stood before you at Conclave 2018 in Massachusetts, deeply touched and inspired by your generous words of encouragement and congratulations as your incoming 2018-2020 National President. With immense gratitude for the confidence placed in me by you, the members, and with steadfast determination to honor that trust, I humbly accepted the position to serve as your Phi U, or Phi Upsilon Omicron President. Much has been accomplished during our 2018-2020 National Council team. After announcing the biennial theme, Our Light Shines Brighter Together in Service and Leadership, we published 4 issues of the Candle and engaged in National Council meetings fall 2019 in Columbus, Ohio, which was hosted by the amazing Gamma Alumni Chapter. I want to take a moment to express immense and undying gratitude to the Gamma Alumni Chapter, especially Norma Pitts and Katie Shelley, co-team leaders planning local conclave events that will now occur in 2022. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. We also participated in spring conference calls, several Zoom calls throughout the years, many phone calls, made the difficult yet wise decision to reschedule Conclave 2020 to 2022, released organization statements on COVID-19, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and encouraged virtual initiations. National Council supported our executive director in securing a government payroll protection program loan for Phi Upsilon Omicron, Inc. to continue employing our 2 part-time employees during the pandemic. Phi U has recently launched a Fiu YouTube channel. We offer digital access to the candle, sent 2 alumni annual mailings, have brought back availability of hard copies of a guide for new members, and have begun a welcome letter from the National President to new and future local honorary members. In lieu of Conclave 2020, we are hosting this virtual recognition event. In addition, our organization's fall 2020 National Council meetings will take place virtually on October 2nd and 3rd, 2020, and then we will turn National Council leadership over to the 2020-2022 leadership team at the conclusion of meetings on Saturday. As I extend my deepest respect and appreciation to the current National Council leadership team and all the members for their strong support, I will pass along the torch of leadership to Miss Jennifer Reeder beginning October 3rd, 2020. Your new leadership team will bring their passion, knowledge of family and consumer sciences, their leadership and skills, and professionalism to reach those in our local, regional, and national communities. Prepare yourselves to be challenged, excited, and inspired by the new leadership team. Next, we will engage in the installation of the 2020-2022 National President-elect and National President. My husband is texting me. I told him I'm in a meeting. This evening, the time has come to move Phi Upsilon Omicron forward with new leadership. It is my privilege as the 2018-2020 National President to install your 2020-2022 National President-elect and National President. Realizing the goals and ideals of our honor society at the national level is an important responsibility. While collegiate and alumni chapters and members share in this responsibility, 2 have been selected to provide national leadership over the next 2 years. Ms. Jennifer Reeder and Dr. Kyle Robertson. Our Phi Upsilon Omicron members have elected each of these individuals because of their commitment to Phi U and their abilities to perform the duties of their respective offices. On behalf of Phi Upsilon Omicron members around the world, it is now my honor and responsibility to remind them of the significance of the acceptance of the office to which they have been elected and the expectation that they do so out of unselfish loyalty to lead us in accomplishing our honor society's goals and purposes. You have bestowed upon Ms. Jennifer Reeder and Dr. Kyle Robertson the highest honor Phi Upsilon Omicron can bestow, that of National President and National President-elect. The worth and character of our honor society will largely be judged by the stability, efficiency, integrity, and merit in which they discharge their duties. In a spirit of respect and understanding, let us continue to work together to effectively promote the welfare of Phi Upsilon Omicron and our professions. President-elect, Dr. Kyle Robertson, please be recognized.
Yes, Madam President.
Dr. Robertson, you will bring us the vision and leadership to take Phi Upsilon Omicron into the year 2024. It is important that you spend the next 2 years observing the work of the President. You will have specific responsibilities to carry out during these 2 years as President-elect. In addition, these next 2 years will give you time to develop a strong working relationship with Ms. Melissa Martin, our Phi U National Executive Director. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Yes, Madam President.
I, Kyle Robertson,
I, Kyle Robertson,
do hereby solemnly promise
do hereby solemnly promise
to perform faithfully and sincerely
to perform faithfully and sincerely
all duties connected with the office of President-elect.
with the office of President-elect.
In the name of Phi Upsilon Omicron, you are hereby duly installed National President-elect.
Thank you very much, Madam President.
Please join me virtually in congratulating President-elect Dr. Kyle Robertson. President, Ms. Jennifer Reeder, will you please be recognized?
Yes, Madam President.
Jennifer, I have had the honor of working closely with you over the past 2 years. I am confident that you have the vision, leadership, and personal characteristics necessary to take Phi Upsilon Omicron forward in the next 2 years. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Yes, Madam President.
I, Jennifer Reeder,
I, Jennifer Reeder,
do hereby solemnly promise to perform faithfully and sincerely all duties connected with the office of President. In the name of Phi Upsilon Omicron, you are hereby duly installed National President. Ms. Reeder, we present you with the President's pendant. Looks good on you. Please wear it with pride as an ongoing reminder of our commitment to your leadership and to our organization. With this gavel, I pass on to you the honor and responsibility of leading our Phi Upsilon Omicron members following National Council Fall 2020 meetings concluding October 3rd. With it comes our pledge of support and trust, and our hope that you will meet the coming triumphs and challenges with courage, confidence, and character. Please join me in virtually congratulating President Miss Jennifer Reeder. Will the members present please unmute your screens and repeat after me? Everyone figured out the unmute button? Ready? We, the members of Phi Upsilon Omicron.
We, the
members
of
Phi Upsilon
Omicron.
I will not.
Pledge you, our new officers.
Pledge you, our new officers.
Our loyal support.
Our loyal support.
Thank you. You may mute again. It is our honor to present to you our 2020-2022 National President-elect, Dr. Kyle Robertson, and National President, Miss Jennifer Reeder. Yay! We are doing well on time. I'm so thrilled. Okay, and finally, we welcome Miss Jennifer Reeder as she presents her President's Acceptance Speech and concludes the evening with announcements of the 2020-2022 Phi U National Theme, along with upcoming events and resources. As I step away, again, I thank you for allowing me to serve as the 2018-2020 National President. Farewell for now, and good evening. Jennifer?
Thank you, Robin. And I am so glad to have had your leadership and your example to follow these last 2 years. I have some big shoes to fill, but I'm glad that I have those shoes to show me the way. I'm going to get my presentation here ready. Pretend that I'm not shaking. I'm not crying yet, but so the incoming National President's Theme, this is something that I thought about for a long time, as I'm sure, Robin, you probably did as well, and all the other presidents before. But I have a little bit of candid communication for you. I want to be able to see that you can see me. Okay. When we first decided as a National Council to postpone Conclave and have this virtual recognition event instead, I'll be honest, I was a little bit bummed. I have attended every conclave since 2006, and I went to Dallas, and then Minneapolis, and Savannah, and Lexington, and then Boise, Oklahoma City, and Boston Natick area. And at every single one of those events, the Violet Banquet has always been a highlight of every conclave. Everyone can sense the excitement and the tradition and the reverence for the occasion. There are smiles among old and new Phi U friends as they tell the stories of their adventures over the last few days. And my favorite stories to share, at least one that sticks with me the most, were a haunted history tour experience in Savannah, and also my smart decision to wear heels on those amazing and historic and also completely unbalanced and asymmetrical cobblestone streets. It was fun stories to tell. Connections are being made during the Violet Banquet. as contact information is exchanged so members can continue to network and share stories about how their chapters conduct business. And among all the excitement and happy times, yes, there are also tears. We've seen those so far already today. I've noticed tears are a tradition, especially at the end of the violet banquet. And my goal is not to join in on the tradition, but my tissues are close by just in case. In my opinion, there's something about the pomp and circumstance and long-standing Phi U traditions that are experienced during that final night of conclave that just can't be replicated via Zoom. However, as I started thinking more about it, I realized the opportunities this virtual event is providing for us. Would my sister and my cousin and their dogs have joined us in Ohio? Probably not. Would my parents and my kids have had the opportunity to participate? Probably not. Would Phi U Collegiate and Alumni members and members across the country and chapters have had that same accessibility to this meeting? Definitely not. It made me think more about the way things have changed in our world and the strategies we put in place to meet those changes. National Council stepped into the modern day and met over Zoom instead of phone conference for the first time in Phi U history. We're preparing to have our first ever virtual National Council and Educational Foundation board meetings coming soon, which is actually more convenient, and it allows for incoming board members to be able to participate as well, which is a great benefit. We're creating videos as a way to communicate, and we even have a home for them, our brand new Fi U YouTube channel. So as I thought about all of these things, a theme started to emerge for me, and I realized all of these positive changes we're experiencing are related to communication. How we're communicating with others in our lives in general and as an organization has changed. Initially out of necessity, but it has allowed us to see benefits we didn't realize before. There's so much to be said about good communication. When we communicate well with others, we're able to form a meaningful connection with them. Good communication conveys understanding, it shares information, and also gives insight. This is people who are communicating well, demonstrating good communication, they're happy, and they understand each other. Unclear communication, on the other hand, causes confusion and conflict and misunderstandings. It may result in incorrect actions being taken and/or inaction. So we see, this is Dilbert, if any of you know this cartoon. This isn't what I wanted. I know. Your communication skills are so poor that I gave up trying to understand what you wanted and instead put some random numbers on a spreadsheet. Why didn't you just ask me to clarify? Apparently your listening skills need work too. All part of communication. Then we have this couple down here. In the moonlight, your teeth look just like pearls. Who's Pearl and what were you doing in the moonlight with her? Good examples of communication that could be improved. I thought about the different forms of communication as well that we use, the different ways in which we connect with others. We can speak or write words to each other, draw a picture, create a diagram, make a video, take a photograph, or even tell a story. As we're learning in today's world, there are many different wonderful technological options for connecting with others. And I think I read somewhere in the Phi U history documents that this is how we used to have our conference calls for National Council. So we're really improving in our technology. One of my favorite forms of communication, while this one is a good one, is storytelling. Telling stories is such an intimate and personal way to connect with others and share a message. Stories are entertaining, they're heartfelt. Stories are up close and personal and have the potential to make a strong impact on others. Stories help others understand who we are, what we do, and why we do it. Through stories, others learn more about our thought processes, our value systems, and our actions. I like this graphic that was posted on our social media the other day, and you can see I was right on top of that 3 minutes after it was posted. I took a screenshot, so I really like following our social media, but this one, I really like the message that's there, so I want to share that with you. A few simple words can change the world. They can change someone's point of view. They can power a movement. Use your words to empower, to strengthen, to teach. We all have stories. What will you do with yours? And so it's a reminder to join us for today's event. But I like the quote at the bottom: storytelling is the most powerful way to put ideas into the world today. And that leads me to my theme that I chose for 2020 to 2022. And it is inspiring others through FCS storytelling. Family and Consumer Sciences is all about helping others. We teach life skills, that's what we do. And we've heard that. I thought Eve did a really good job talking about that when she spoke earlier. We share our information and our knowledge and skills as FCS professionals to make a positive impact in the lives of others. Phi Upsilon Omicron's organizational goals and purposes are founded on making a positive impact on others. If we think about it, our creed is, part of the creed says, it is our privilege to carry forth this light of friendship and service to shine in countless human lives the world around. And this light and this shining from ourselves is a good example of what is experienced with storytelling. Our mission uses the word empowering, and that word in itself carries positive connotations, and it's a really encouraging term. And Oxford Dictionary describes or defines empowering as making someone stronger and more confident, especially in controlling their life, which is what we do, teaching life skills, and giving someone the authority or power to do something. Our purposes include enhancing qualities of leadership by providing opportunities for service and encouraging lifelong learning and commitment to advance family and consumer sciences and related areas. Those things are about making an impact and inspiring others and doing positive things. Our professional projects, which we talked about a little bit earlier, should be designed in such a way that members can share their FCS skills and talents. Service projects, we have the Community Impact Grant, which is a project chosen to receive fundings that has a significant impact on the community. I feel we have the opportunity to make a positive, personal, and intimate impact and connection with others through storytelling. So what exactly does FCS storytelling mean? And how can we use this theme to guide our professional projects and chapter activities over the next 2 years? Well, I encourage you to share your stories. Why did you choose Family and Consumer Sciences? What kind of impact has FCS made on you personally? How has some aspect of FCS helped you in your life? And how have you seen it help others in their lives? How can you inspire others by communicating your family and consumer science story? And remember, there is more than one way to tell a story, more than one way to communicate a message and make a connection with others. So I challenge you to be creative. And if someone chooses to use the tin can phone version of communication and tell a story that way, please take a picture and send it to me because I want to see, or better yet, you can post it on social media. and tag Phi U National. And actually that would be multiple forms of communication, because you would be using social media as an outlet to communicate. You'd be taking a picture of what you were doing, so you're sharing a picture, and you're telling a story through a can phone string on a line, which would be a lot of talent. So please, if you do that, send a picture. I would love to see. I hope you enjoy and find value in inspiring others to improve their lives by making a personal impact through sharing your FCS stories. I look forward to seeing the amazing things we can do and the connections we will make over the next 2 years. And I want to say thank you so much for giving me this wonderful and amazing opportunity and honor to serve as your president. Thank you. And it's still me. I'm going to move on to say thank you for welcoming me as one of the incoming officers, but I also want to take this time to recognize the other national officers who are incoming. And I've put all of their names to highlight. We have new region counselors for regions 1, 2, and 3. We've got all new collegiate region representatives for all 4 regions. We have Dr. Kyle Robertson, who we saw already, and Diana Watson-Mail is our new advisor counselor. And then we also have the foundation incoming members listed as well. So join me in welcoming all of the new incoming officers. We got to see the outgoing, but we appreciate the service to Phi U of the incoming officers as well. So other upcoming events and resources to note. This is kind of the housekeeping and ending the meeting. And so I want to make sure I have all my notes and things that I need to share. We will be sending out the agenda for tonight's event, and there will be links to all of the videos and resources and graphics that you'll have all in one document. So be watching for that. This is being recorded and we will post it on our YouTube channel. So if you know someone who wasn't able to participate, they'll be able to watch it as well. And also make a point to go to our YouTube channel to watch the different videos that are there, because there's some really great ones. We've mentioned a lot of them today, but there are other ones on the website as well. And if you didn't put your name and email address in the chat, make sure to do that. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can send an email to national@phiu.org so we can see who joined us today. You know, this is the first time we've done it this way, and we're pretty excited to see who had the opportunity to join us. So some of the other things to note, we've got, and I'm going to move my camera out of the way because I can't see my own screen. Don't forget about all of our different social media outlets. We've got Facebook and Instagram and, oh, there they are, Twitter and LinkedIn. And then we have our new YouTube channel as well. So if you want to get out your phone right now and find our different outlets, Phi U National, you can see this is what the Facebook one looks like, Phi Upsilon Omicron National. I encourage you to follow those, like the pages, so that you can get the feed. And they do post pretty regularly. Brad is really great at that. And he creates all of these graphics for us too. So I'm always interested to see what he comes up with. Some additional resources and things to note. This video, this picture right here is representing a video that was made by Melissa Martin, our executive director. And it is something that she emailed out, but it's also on our YouTube channel. And she has given a lot of helpful tips and tools and resources for the chapters getting started at the beginning of the year. So I encourage you to watch that because it's very helpful. Also, we have the Candle, which is a digital subscription now. The fall issue will be coming out soon, so be watching for that, but you can access previous versions of the Candle online. We're also going to be featuring something called Chapter Chats. This is all along the lines of communication. We're taking advantage of these new opportunities that we have. And so we're going to be doing a program called Phi U Chapter Chats, where we'll have different topics that come out on a regular basis, probably over Zoom. You can see as part of our new technology, this was a meeting that we had yesterday over Zoom. And some of the participants that were there, I thought that was fun to see, even though they didn't know I was taking the picture. I hope nobody minds. It was fun. Another thing to note is that we have a new option for jewelry. This information just came out today. This is a pin. I found a picture, I think from 1925. The new jewelry does not look like that, but I believe there may still be some of that historical jewelry for purchase. If anybody wants to know, you can contact Melissa Martin. But stay tuned for new jewelry options that are going to be available for purchase for chapters. And I'm sorry I don't have more information, but that really is hot off the press. And thank you, a big thank you to everyone, all of you who joined us today, and everyone who worked so hard and put in so many hours to make this event a success. It's historical, as we said from the beginning. I'll say it again to close out the meeting. Thank you for helping us make this so successful and such a big part of our Phi U history. And that's the end.